Components, as we've learned, are at the heart of Angular. When composing our application, our components form a tree-like structure in which these components become nested. These nested or child components need a way of receiving data from its parent as well as sending data back to its parent. In order to accomplish this, Angular provides us with inputs and outputs. Let's first focus on inputs. Input is a decorator used inside of a child component that allows data to flow from a parent component into the child component. Whenever a nested component wants to receive input from its container, it must expose a property next to an input decorator. And this exposed property then gets binded to a value in the parent. So inside of our child component, we first need to import the input decorator, and then inside of our class, we invoke our input here, and then we create a property of whatever we want, in this case named reviews. So this property can be anything, and you can think of it like a variable that's going to represent some value we get from the parent. And then we need to define its type, which in this case is a number. So this property called reviews is going to contain a number of reviews given to us by the parent. In our current application, we're displaying the number of book reviews in our template using book.bookReviews, and the property in our class looks like this. Now the way that we're able to gain reference to book reviews in our child component is by creating a binding inside of our child selector. So inside our parent component HTML file, here we add our child selector referencing the child component, and then add a binding. So we wrap the reviews property we defined inside of square brackets and then set it equal to a value inside of the parent. So now our reviews child property has been assigned the value of book reviews. And this means that inside of our child HTML file, we can now reference the reviews property, which is going to be populated with the parent value. So if we're using interpolation here, we would see the number 15 displayed in our child template. So let's now practice using inputs inside of our application.